What's up, my chatterboxes? This is my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 14, Lions and Tigers and Shade. So, the episode start off with them doing a lot of throwback clips of Nene and Cynthia spiraling, to the point where they are now. So it's a lot of clips as when a lot of shade was thrown. I feel like this season has been nothing but a lot of filler episodes. It seemed like it has no real direction. Okay, Nene and Cynthia have an issue, but who Nene hasn't had an issue with? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we have to drag this storyline on? Okay, so it jumps right into Nene. She's at Swag Boutique, helping out a customer, the only customer that was in the store. And, Marlo walks in. So Marlo has on her little heels because she was in a boot. I guess she had some kind of bunion surgery or something like that. So this is her first time in heel in like 5 months. So she comes in and she immediately recognized that there's like a familiar liquor bottle. I guess it was a liquor bottle on Nene's counter at Swag Boutique. So she was like, "This look familiar." So Nene was like, "Yes, it's from Cynthia." So she let her know that Cynthia sent her a note. Well, a card. Thanking her for the cheese that she sent to when she had the gallery opening. And it basically was an olive branch for her to be able to meet with Cynthia so they can discuss the issues that they had. So Marlo, all dramatic, talking about, I'm really about to get emotional. I'm like, Marlo, pipe your little ass down. Marlo, she's a mess. She's a mess. You can't take her serious sometimes. Anyway, so they leave out to go to lunch, and I must say they brought the cars out this episode because Nene hopped into her Rose voice, and later on in the episode you see Candy. I think that was a Bentley. Cynthia had, I think it was a Land Rover she had. I'm like, okay, y'all stepping out this episode. Y'all stepping out. I'm like, I'm happy to see it. Happy to see it. So anyway, they were discussing in the car how Nene said that she's, been on like this apology tour, and, she's just had, she's reaching out to everybody. Then they showed clips how she apologized to Eva. Then she also apologized to Candy. So she was like, it's good to see, that is being received, that Cynthia extended the olive branch towards her. So we'll see how that go later on in the episode. So now it goes to Cynthia and Kenya. Cynthia comes over Kenya's house. It's Kenya in Brooklyn is there. That little baby is so cute. It's so cute. Her smile will bright up the room, okay? She's adorable. Anyway, so Cynthia came in there and Kenya was like, "Oh, you look cute." She was like, "Yeah, I like to dress up just in case I gotta read a bitch." That's a little take off of last episode when Kenya pulled that crap on Tanya. So it was a little snarky comment or whatever. So anyway, Kenya stated that Mark just left. I'm like, do we gotta hear his name? Because he barely's on it. He's barely with you. Do you gotta bring him up? I guess you want us to know that he was around. Listen, that's your brother at this particular point. That's your brother. That's not your husband. That's your brother. But he's not a factor in this episode, so I'm going to move on. I just had to throw that in there. Anyway, so Kenya's in there cooking dinner. She offered, Cynthia to stay. So they in there having dinner. And before they start eating, they did a prayer. So Cynthia did this little smart prayer basically saying how, "Oh, I hope excuse me for smelling like asphalt because I was thrown under the bus." So they joked about that. Basically, they end up having a conversation about last episode when, they were all at the, I guess it was a brunch or whatever it was, and Kenya, came for Tanya. Cynthia told her that she had to put her on. She said she had to put Kenya on ice for a whole week. She was like, because she just couldn't take it. She said she ain't appreciate Kenya throwing her under that daggone bus like that. So they was able to discuss it as women. And, Cynthia told her how she felt, like how, she came in there with guns a-blazing. It wasn't fair for her, to throw her under the bus like that. To Tanya, and she was like, and then you come bringing the candy lady. She was like, that wasn't called for. So Kenya said that she'll apologize for throwing Cynthia under the bus, but she said she's not going to apologize for everything. She said because she didn't appreciate that Cynthia told Tanya the situation about the candy lady without letting her know. She felt like she let her walk in, to a situation where she was ill prepared for. So they kind of agreed to get past it and agreed that it won't happen again or whatever, because they both was wrong. They both was wrong in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? So, at this particular point, it's nothing else for you to do but to agree and disagree. So Cynthia had told her about when she went to, California to see Mike. So she was like, well, he has a book coming out. And she was like, yeah, I know about it. So she was like, the book is basically talking about his past relationships and his past, discretions. So she was like, how do you feel about this? She was like, well, I feel like once a cheater, always a cheater. And then Cynthia had her mouth, like, Cynthia was like, oh, like with her mouth wide open, like, so, but then she kind of came back and was like, but if you can recognize, why you cheated and you willing to put in the work, she was like, because that's where therapy comes in, and it'll help you identify why you did those things and help you try to correct it. Now, I don't know if I really have an opinion on the situation, because I'm not saying people can't change, but I feel like Cynthia got him too early on after he got this revelation that he's no longer a cheater. So I don't know. My thing is with you, Cynthia, I will proceed with caution with him. That's all I gotta say on that situation, because I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's fully out of that stage, and neither do you. And he probably don't know neither, because he said it wasn't until him writing this book, him realizing a lot of this, messed up stuff that he was doing. So you just realized that, and he looked like he not no spring chicken. He's up there. So you just coming to this, coming to truth moment. I'm not saying that it's not genuine. I'm not saying that he might not believe it at this time. But all I'm saying is time will tell. Time will tell. Okay, now moving on. We see Eva first. She's with Dr. Jackie, getting her, checkup done. Nothing until there. Then it moves to Candy and Riley. They're at Tag's Boutique. That's Candy's store. So they're looking at little outfits. So Riley picked out a little skirt, and Candy was like, oh, don't you think that's a little too short or revealing? And Riley basically said, coming from a person that has all her boobs hanging out, because Candy had like a sheer shirt. So Candy couldn't even say nothing. She just had to laugh that shit off. Anyway, now we see baby PJ, Portia, and Portia's mother. They just playing around with PJ, and nothing really to report there either. So we see Cynthia and Nene. Nene took Cynthia up on her offer, and she met her at her wine cellar. So now they there, and it was like once they said hello, it was like an awkward silence for a good minute before they started talking. I'm like, this is weird. This is weird. So anyway, they started talking about the breakdown of their relationship. And Nene wanted to know, why did Cynthia call her toxic? And Cynthia said, well, because when you're a friend, you are a good friend. But when you fall out with your friends, you rip them apart. You know what I'm saying? You go for the juggler, basically. And that you chew them up and spit them out, basically. And Nene is acting as if Cynthia is saying something wrong. Like, Cynthia is not saying anything wrong. We have seen time and time again that, when people not kissing Nene's ass, Nene tends to try to erase them. And see, what it was, she has been the mean girl on the show for so long, and now the show has different members. People are bosses in their own right, and people done gain some kind of, independence for themselves. No one is allowing her to pull those same games that she's pulling. Just like, I forgot to mention, just like, it kind of, when Greg and Nene, they both were preparing Nene, they was like, let's do a role reverse. And he said he'll be Cynthia and she'll, he'll be Cynthia and she be Nene. And he was doing like this, crying, like Cynthia was going to be crying. Oh, I miss my Nene. I miss my Nene. And Nene was like, oh, you can just keep those tears. Y'all got Cynthia fucked up. Y'all really think Cynthia is that same old Cynthia that you gonna sit up there and say what you want to say and she gonna kiss your ass. This ain't Cynthia that had you sign a friend contract. This is Cynthia that got her little independence and she ain't playing with your ass. Because even when they was talking in this in the cellar, Nene was trying to say, oh, you want everybody to think it's me. You want everybody to think it's me. It's not me. She was like, it's another side to you. She keeps saying it's another side to Cynthia. Nene, we all have another side. Like, some people can be nice as pie, but if you push them, they're going to show you what they really about. Like, everybody ain't no pushover. You telling me that Cynthia is going to, get in somebody's ass? That's not making me look at Cynthia no different. She should get in people's ass if they coming for her. Like, she should. She should have a backbone. Come on. Like, Nene, make it make sense. Like, come on. What are you trying to prove by letting people know that Cynthia, can get crunk? I'm glad that she can. I'm glad that she can, okay? That doesn't make her a bad person. That doesn't make her a bad person. Just like, because Nene is very manipulative. Just like when Greg was doing, going through everything. I didn't like the way she handled that whole situation. I didn't like the way she handled Greg, and I did not like the way she was treating her friend. She was trying to make people, kiss her ass, and then she would do fucked up shit, and then she would start crying to make people, gain sympathy for her. No, that's not cool. That's not cool. And she's so upset about this toxic word. Well, show them something different, Nene. Show people something different. Okay, you can talk until you blue in the face. That doesn't make what you say the truth. Show people that you're not this person. And then people will start gravitating to the new you. Because in the past, you have been toxic. You have. So now, Nene doesn't like what Cynthia is saying to her. And typical Nene, she runs out. She storms out the wine cellar. So Cynthia says, this just like Nene. When things get a little hot, she run. She was like, and then I'm like Forrest Gump running behind her. Well, you might as well be Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, because guess what? You ran your ass up out of that wine cellar after her, because I would have let her stay out there and get whatever she needed to get out. And if she wanted to come back like a grown-up, then we could have had that conversation. But that's just me, and you're clearly you, okay? So anyway, so she runs out there behind Nene. Nene, I don't want to be a bad friend. Not one goddamn tear was coming out Nene goddamn eyes. Not one tear. Did y'all notice that? Or am I the only one that realized Nene was not crying? Okay? The whole time she was over there carrying on, not one tear came out her damn eye. So she was just saying how, the things that Cynthia said really hurt her, and and she don't want to be a bad friend, and all this nonsense. So they basically agreed that they're going to try to work on their situation, but it's not going to be how it was, because like Cynthia said, she was like, you got to know how to be there for your friends, but you got to also know how to argue with your friends as well. And she said she learned that from being in a relationship, with Mike. And she was like, life is too short. Greg's situation taught us that, you know what I mean? And we just have to, try to be better. And she's correct, you know what I mean? But Cynthia has a problem of saying what she mean and meaning what she say. She backpedals a lot. I'm not going to do this with Nene. I'm not going to do that. So when you get in front of Nene, you back to kissing Nene's ass. You back to being that friend. You have, you was doing good in the beginning, and then you kind of like, took a couple steps backwards because you should not have ran after her. You should have let her gather herself, and she could have come back to the table as a woman, and y'all could have had an adult conversation. But no, she played on your sympathy, and you allowed it to happen. So I hope that in the future you don't allow her to do this. Y'all can just agree to disagree, and y'all can have a healthy adult conversation without you having to be the one to break. You understand what I'm saying? Because she did things to you that hurt you. She needs to feel the pain of, or she needs to feel the heat of what you have to say and how you felt, and vice versa. If she can't handle that, then she don't need to do the things that she's done. And same to you too. Same to you. Okay, moving on from now. So now we see Marlo. She's at her place getting her makeup done. So she calls Portia on the phone. So she's like, "What you getting ready for the event?" So Portia like, "Who event? Nene's event? No, I'm not going to that." So Marlo's like, "Why?" So Portia telling her that it was an aggressive invite. They still haven't had a one-on-one conversation. She was like, "Well, maybe we couldn't have it because she's blocked anyway." Okay, Portia, that might explain why she couldn't get in touch with you, because you done blocked her, okay? So anyway, she was like, she didn't appreciate the way that the invite was. But it was a play off the theme of the brunch, Lions and Tigers, or whatever the hell it was. The play off the name. That's the name of this episode. So Marlo was saying that Nene, really, wants to see her. Like, she really was touched by her helping her when they were in Toronto. That maybe Portia need to really try to come. But Portia was adamant that she didn't want to come, so Marlo left it there. So now we see Cynthia, she's picking Eva up for the brunch. Eva gets into the car. Eva always got something in her damn mouth. I know she's pregnant and all that, but that girl can eat. Damn. I wonder, do she eat that much when she's not pregnant? Because she's definitely making up for it now. Anyway, so they were talking about, what took place between Nene and Cynthia. So, like, Cynthia said, "We're not where we used to be, but we could definitely kiki at lunch and things like that. It's still a work in progress." So she was like, "I'm just, coming here to the brunch and hopefully we'll have a good time." And Eva was like, "No, we're going to have a good time." Yeah. But the whole time that they having this conversation, apparently Eva having contractions because she had to get producers to help her out the car. So she was able to they helped her into the restaurant, and she was having contractions. She's saying like 10 minutes apart. So I'm like, oh, damn. Like, she about to have this damn baby. She was in so much pain. Oh, my goodness. I know the feeling. I have had contractions before, so I know how painful they are. So, I can't go through that again. So, anyway, they're at the restaurant. Eva's having contractions. So, Candy's there. Tanya comes in like, "What's going on? What's going on?" I'm like, Tanya, damn, she's like the Carlton Banks of the show. Like, you cannot, I don't understand how people can actually hate Tanya. Like, because she's just so, like, Carlton-esque. So, anyway, they stayed there at the booth. they call Dr. Jackie because Dr. Jackie is also Candy's, OBGYN as well. So she tells Candy to get Eva, to the hospital as soon as she can. Eva doesn't want to go to the hospital. She says no. So Candy tells Dr. Jackie that Eva says she don't want to go to the hospital. She said, okay, well, I can give you directions as to how to help her deliver this baby. So Candy like, I ain't delivering that baby or whatever like that. She said, Eva, you got to get your ass to that hospital or whatever. So Cynthia took Eva to the hospital, and Tanya stayed behind with Candy. So they're at the restaurant. It's no one there. So or so we think. It's just them two. They're talking, blowing, shooting the breeze or whatever like that. Now, inserts Kenya. Kenya walks up with this white jumpsuit on. She looked nice. I'm not gonna say that she don't. She said hello to Candy. She said nothing to Tanya. Tanya looking there like a deer in caught in the headlights. You know what I mean? Like, you could at least say hello. Even if you don't like her, you could at least say hello. There's nothing wrong with saying hello to somebody. Like, come on, like, grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she was sitting there for a good 5-10 minutes, and she was like, well, I'm not sitting here waiting on Nene. I'm about to bounce. But before that, she was saying she thought that Nene was going to give her a goddamn apology, because she was like, that's the reason why she going. She was like, she got the invite. She was like, and she don't even understand why she came. She was like, because Nene had talked about her when she was pregnant. She talked about her daughter. She was like, basically, she there for an apology. Now, I don't know if you was going to get that apology, but nice to see that you came out. Now, we know Nene is on this, Olive Branch tour, but I don't know if you would have got what you wanted from her, because she really could care less about you, Kenya. Y'all got some other issues y'all need to work on now, and I don't think y'all ever really been that close any goddamn way. I don't think she cared either which way for your friendship. So that's either near here nor there. So she ended up leaving. 10 minutes in, she ended up leaving. She bounced. So Nene came. I think the brunch started like 2:30. Nene didn't get there like 5 something. I'm not waiting at anybody establishment. I'm not waiting at someone's event and for 3 hours for them. I'm just not. I don't care who you are. I don't even care if it's your wedding. I'm not waiting that fucking long for you to come, to entertain us or to be the host. I'm not doing it. You gonna have to respect my time too. If the thing say it starts at 2:30, okay, you get there 3:30-ish, okay, but not no 5:30. I've been an 8 drink and already left out of there by the time you brought your ass there, okay? So Nene ended up coming. So Candy said to her, well, no one's here but us. So she was like, oh no, my girlfriend's here. So all these women, like a stampede of women, come over to the table. So in Candy confession, she was like, wish she brought these people just to fill it in, just because she didn't know if anybody was going to show up. Like, Nene, is that your friends? Who the hell are they? Like, Candy wasn't convinced, and neither was I. I don't think she know them people like that. Now, she claims that she had this event quite often, and that to get people, successful people together and network. But I don't know if you knew these people that well. And furthermore, y'all all was having conversations about the things that was going on in the group. Those damn women was newsy. They was listening. They was, soaking up everything. I don't think those conversations should have been conversations had at that table. Period. Point blank, period. Not in front of those outsiders. No. You don't even know them like that, Nene. It's evident that they look like they was goddamn extras. That's who they look like. Anyway, so Candy was telling her how, Kenya was there and she left. She was like, oh, she was only here for 10 minutes. She couldn't wait for me. She was like, but you think, she said, you think I care? No, I don't. That's why I said Nene, she thought she was going to get an apology out of Nene. I don't know why the hell she thought that, because Nene ain't even cared that she left. Or at least that's what she said anyway. So they told her that Cynthia was there, and she ended up leaving because of Eva, was having, preterm contractions or whatever. So she was like, oh, well, I'm just glad that she was here. That shows, that we're going in the right direction, which is true. That does show that. So they were all, just conversing, and now Marlo walks in. She had this nice little dress on. Marlo, that's one thing I can say. Folky Dineva always like to say she a one-trick pony. That's all she got is dressing. And he might be right about that, but she do throw that shit on. I ain't gonna lie. So she comes in. So when she seated herself and got a little bit more comfortable in the situation, she started telling Nene how she talked to Portia, and Portia wasn't going to come or whatever. So Nene kind of got like a little offended by it. She was like, everybody that had an event, I extended myself to them or whatever. She was like, she doesn't understand why, Portia, is acting that way. So as she keep on talking about Portia is coming. Her and Shamia is coming. So she's in the midst of talking, and Portia walks up, but Nene can't see her because her back is her back is facing Portia. So Tanya like, oh! So I forgot what she said out her mouth, but she did that, like, oh, bitch. That's like the sign to say, oh, bitch, shut the fuck up. Here she come. So Nene she did tell Portia that she was happy that she was there. And Portia was saying to her that she didn't want to come. She wasn't sure about how the energy, was going to be. And, she talked to, various people, I guess Tanya, Marla, and they kind of convinced her to come. She was like, you did extend the invite, even though we not, where we once were, she's going to, come and, try to, get back where they are. She said, but that's this where they at now is not the proper pace to have that conversation. She was like, I do not want to have this conversation in front of these people that I do not know. Now, as they're speaking, Candy is on the phone with Eva telling her that she's 1 centimeter dilated, and she wasn't the day before because, like I said earlier, that she had an appointment with Dr. Jackie. She said she was fine then, but today she was like 1 centimeter or whatever. So her husband is with her now, so I guess they're going to monitor her and see what's going on, because Candy was like, well, I think she's going to have the baby tomorrow. But I don't think she had that baby preterm. They must have probably stopped, the contraction somehow, because I think she went the whole 9 months. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, so Candy came to the table and was telling everybody what was going on. And, oh, my God. Now, you just had a goddamn going baby, Portia. Are you fucking dumb or are you just stupid? Like, which one is it? You already was thinking that the damn Underground Railroad was a real goddamn railroad. Now you fucking sitting up there asking Candy, well, how many centimeters do you gotta be to deliver? You just had PJ. You don't know? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, some shit you just shouldn't say. Some stuff you just should not say. Oh my God, she's stupid. She's stupid. Like, she really is. That's why I say, you know what? I always say that because you don't go to college, that don't mean you're not going to be successful. Because she is proof of that. She is proof of that. I'm not advocating against not going to college, but guess what? Look at this one. You too can still be successful. Sorry, let me stop. I'm done with Portia, dumbass. I am. I love her to death, but she's stupid as hell. Anyway, Candy comes back. Candy's like, well, what did I miss? And basically, she ain't miss shit. So she was like, this is not no sister empowerment type, brunch type thing. She was like, this is the weakest one I ever seen. And she gives those kind of events. So she know that was full of crap. She was like, I didn't see nothing where they was talking empowerment or anything. Then Nene calls for them to give a toast. Everybody raised their glass, and that was it. It wasn't really much to it. To me, it was something just Nene it was something that Nene put together just for the show. Now, they did have little snapshots of her at previous events, but I don't know. Candy, right, this look a little suspect. Like, do you really know these people? Because first, they look like fans. They ain't look like people, entrepreneurs and all this old stuff. They look like fans. Did you really know them? Did Bravo lend them to you? I just want to know. I really just want to know. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode. If you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to like. That helps YouTube share my videos. So I appreciate if you guys hit the like button. And that's all I have for you guys. Holla at your girl. Bye.